Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome to DFJ Hoops. As always, I'm your host, Andre. And today we got a good show for y'all. Paul George will be officially introduced to the Sixers crowd. So we're going to watch it live as he addresses the media. They're definitely going to ask him some questions that we definitely need some answers to. So we're going to watch it live and react to it as it unfolds. But before we get started, it starts in 5 minutes. But let me just take this time and go through the comments right here. So shout out to my guy, Thomas Talented. Appreciate you for stopping by, bro. He says, man, Thomas, yeah, Thomas, I get you, man. You gonna clown PG all you want. Yeah, excuse my typos. Yeah, Thomas, I know what you're doing, but yeah, it's all criticism, which, in my opinion, I view it in the right direction. Which you should criticize players when they come up short, but once he wins, or if he wins, you should definitely give him credit. So, but shout out to Thomas Talented. Appreciate you for being in here. As y'all come in, please make sure you smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs as early as possible. So I would greatly appreciate if you can subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and don't forget to hit the like button as well. Now, a few things that I want to talk about before the press conference starts. So Maxey just spoke to the media. I think a few minutes ago. I just listened to it. It wasn't that long, so I think his is not going to be long as well. Probably maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, the most or the longest it probably will get to. But yeah, Tyrese just spoke to the media. And I'll react to it in a different video. But me personally, I think he answered every question the right way. And there's certain questions that I wanted the media guests to ask him, but they just didn't ask him for whatever reason. So, but yeah, I'm glad Maxey did his. He addressed the media. So, we just have to wait for PG, man. We just have to wait for PG. I don't know what y'all think about this picture right here, this Embiid, but I mean, this picture gives me, kind of like he took this picture in the 18th century, 17th, 18th century. That's that's the kind of vibes this picture is giving me. But shout out to Embiid. Yeah. So in 3 more minutes, it starts. Yeah. It's about to start, y'all. It's about to start. All right. Just give it a few minutes. It'll start right here. We're gonna give you the live coverage, and we're gonna react to everything he says. If he lies, we're calling that out. If he says anything that's truthful, we're definitely gonna applaud him for that. So just 2 more minutes, and then it starts. Yo, Thomas is funny. Thomas funny as hell. No pin downs. I don't want to play power forward. I want to play the right way, coach, while I commit awful turnovers under pressure. I mean, in situations like that, I don't think it's the right decision to let PG bring the ball up the floor. I think we would definitely have. I mean, Maxey, could definitely handle pressure the right way. So in moments like that, I don't want PG bringing the ball up the floor. Maxey could bring the ball up the floor. Caleb Martin could bring the ball up the floor. So yeah. Yeah, smash the like button. Smash the like button as y'all come in, man. Smash the like button. Um, the press conference will start any moment from now. We're just waiting. Hopefully they're not late because Maxie was late for his. It took like 3 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes or something like that before he got on the stage or something. So hopefully this doesn't take that long. But yeah, appreciate each and everybody tuning in. This is DFJ Hoops. I'm your host, Andre, and we will be reacting to Paul George, his press conference live. We're going to give you the live reactions as we watch this as it unfolds. You know, shout out to everybody that's watching. Just let me know where you're watching this from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Shout out to Bruce. He says, I'm here for Andre, not for PG. Yeah, appreciate you for being here, Bruce. Appreciate you. But yeah, let's see what PG. Let's see what PG has to say. If he lies, you can call it out. If he says anything that's truthful, we can all acknowledge. But yeah, this should start any moment from now. Here we go. Yeah, shout out to Bruce. Appreciate you. Come on, just start already. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yo, this would definitely be interesting because hopefully these guys, the media crew, hopefully they ask the questions that we all want answers to. Not just for Sixer fans, even Clipper fans would definitely will like to hear, what PG has to say, or they'll like to hear him dive deeper a little bit more as to why he chose the 76ers instead of the Clippers. So yeah. Shout out to everybody tuning in. DFJ Hoops. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. As we wait for this press conference to take place. Yeah, they're 2 minutes late. Yeah, Bruce says he chose the Sixers for the money, which I think we all agree. The money did play a part in it, but was the money the sole reason why he came to the Sixers, or that's something that I would love for him to dive deeper on. Hopefully they ask the right questions. Shout out to Keith Pompey, shout out to Devon Givens, Kyle Newbeck. Yeah, shout out to the whole media crew. The rights to Ricky Sanchez, shout out to them. They're doing a hell of a job. And we're 3 minutes in, and it. Come on, y'all can't be doing this, man. He's gonna say a chance to win, but it's for the bag. Yeah, that's kind of like the politically correct answer that he's gonna give. But yeah. Yeah, they on Philly time right now. Yeah. Come on. But I'm here to call cap. If he caps, I'm gonna be calling it. If he says anything that's true, yeah, I'm gonna definitely applaud him on that. He's gonna give a Kamala answer. Bruce, you funny. He's gonna try to trump his answer. Yeah, I see that. I see that happening. But yeah, smash the like button. Smash the like button as y'all tune in. Let's go. Man, you can't make this up. Can't make this up. Yeah, I hope y'all having a blessed morning. Um yeah, it's kind of sunny out here in Philly. Uh yes. It's about 79 degrees out here. Bruce says Tyrese Maxey says he's already invited Ricky Council to work out with him this summer in LA or Dallas. It's part of a larger plan. Yeah, he did say that in his in the press conference. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a good thing because you're trying to help these young guys. I mean, Maxie's also young, but you're trying to help these young guys work on their games and try to help them make a roster spot. So that's good for Maxie. Shout out to him. And Ricky Council, he definitely had a pretty good performance at the summer league. I mean, he had certain games where he was a little bit inefficient from the field, but for the most part, I was really impressed from him because he's really developed since the last time I watched him. And I had the chance to watch him in person, and he's definitely grew from the last time I saw him. So yeah, shout out to Ricky Council. Reggie Jackson to the Sixers. Yeah, Bruce. That was my exact reaction because I don't want to say anything, but that's how I reacted when I first when BJ sent me the what you call it, the Instagram post. I was like, oh, we're signing Reggie, but I instantly thought that PG was the one that recruited him. So, which it all makes sense. Says good luck. I mean, Reggie's a champion, so you can't take that away from him. Play with the Denver Nuggets. I mean, he didn't really play significant minutes in their run, but he has championship experience, so we definitely got to give that to him. Salute to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Salute to BJ. Appreciate you for being here. Yeah, salute, salute, salute. Shout out to Jay Cool. I think it's my first time seeing you in here. Hey, what's good, DFJ? I couldn't catch the last live stream, but I'm here now. Salute to you. Yeah, appreciate you for being here, bro. Smash the like button if you haven't. And we're still waiting for these guys to start. And yeah, waiting for them to start. They're 8 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? They're 8 minutes late. So, I mean, that's typical, Philly behavior. I mean, I'm not shocked. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great day for Philly. It's a great day for the city, and just want to thank Paul George and the George family for choosing Philly. Obviously, it's not very often that a franchise can land a player of Paul's caliber. Someone that is a future Hall of Famer, and clearly we with Joel, with Tyrese, with Nick as our coach, we are all in. We're all in for the city.
All right,
And
that's
to
Josh
get
Harris.
Paul to
For
choose
those that don't
Philly,
know, that's Josh
gives many
Harris,
options.
owner of the Sixers.
Can't tell you how appreciative we are. And, honestly, to the fans, you were part of it. All of the love and the outpouring and the news, we put it all on a video. I got a chance to bring Dr. J, and so like the city of Philly really showed quite well. And thank you guys, and thank the George family, and thank you, Paul, for choosing us. Very much appreciated.
I want to thank Josh and ownership for giving us the resources. We mentioned it at Tyrese's press conference. I want to thank him again for being patient and allowing us to have the ability to add Paul. And I want to reiterate what Josh said about what we've learned pretty quickly, that when you get a great player like Paul George, you also get his great family who is here today, who we got the privilege to meet during the free agency process and since, and they're already all in on Philly and very excited. um, and but look, we're all here to win. I know Paul's here to win. Nick, myself, Elton Brand, ownership, Joel, Tyrese. This is about ultimately. This is about putting three really, really great players together, and how well Paul fits with those players. I think ultimately, I'll let Paul talk about how he made his decision, but I know he's hungry to win, just like the fans of Philadelphia.
That's what we're all
And
waiting
he
for.
saw this as the best place where he had a chance to win.
Hmm.
So me?
To you. Yeah. All you.
Uh,
Podcast host.
They won't hear from us.
just first, just thank Josh and Daryl for this opportunity. Definitely look forward to coming to Philly. My family looked forward to it. We felt that this was the best and next step in the phase of my career. I thought everything just aligned perfectly where they're at and where they're trying to go and where I'm trying to get to as well. I think we got a real legitimate shot. I've always been a fan of Tyrese and Joel from afar. And Joel has secretly been one of my closest all-star game friends. And so, um, it kind of felt inevitable that at some point we would link up and be teammates.
Oh wow.
So, I'm all in. My family's here all in. And I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this next opportunity.
All right. Well, for questions, please start with your name, please. Start with
Gina Mizell from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Hi, Paul. Welcome to Philly. You just sort of touched on it with Joel and Tyrese, but just how do you feel like you fit in with those two in particular, and just maybe how you think you can enhance their games and how they can enhance your game?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tyrese has the youth. He has the legs, the speed, the quickness. Similar to when I played alongside Russ, just the opportunities he creates with his speed and his tempo to push the ball. I think I can space the floor for him, and just be a veteran to kind of
Facts.
help him, from a defensive side, offensively. I think we just complement each other so well, and same goes for Joel. You know, um, I've been watching their games, and I know it's tough for him a lot of times to be able to play one on one from the block, just because of the spacing and shooters around him. And so I'm looking forward to that. Giving him a chance to play, his game and be aggressive on the block and be able to make quick moves to go score because there is that space there. And just being a late game performer, someone to take a lot of pressure off both of those guys, to close games out, to extend leads, to finish games. And so, I'm again just looking forward to just being on the floor with those two because I know they'll help me a ton.
And then just in the couple of weeks since you signed your contract, just can you describe what it's been like getting to know Coach Nurse? Just sort of those initial conversations, sort of in these early days that you've been part of this franchise.
Yes, it's a little early. We're still getting to know each other. But the time I've been around him has been awesome. Again, one of those people you learn from afar, and
Yep.
I see how hard his team plays, and the respect that the players have for him goes a long ways. I was a teammate of Kawhi's, and Kawhi spoke highly of him, and so Kawhi speaks, you listen. I've learned that. So yeah, so I have utmost respect for Coach Nurse, and looking forward to being coached.
Daryl, you mentioned the fit of these three guys together, and obviously you've done a lot of work around them, getting Kelly, getting Kyle back, getting Andre, Caleb, Eric, some of these other guys. What else do you think you need to do to get this group to the level you needed to really be the championship contender you want it to be?
Well, I was just talking to Coach Nurse, and Joel, Paul, and Tyrese are our partners in how do we put together the right group to win this. We feel great about the players we brought
Yeah,
in,
that's an AI
but
shirt that
as
Maury
folks
got on.
in Philly
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
that's
always
an AI shirt.
see that a team evolves during a season as we see things that are needed to address the team. We
Bruce,
have
he didn't
draft
say that
picks
though.
that we could use. We're going to keep an open roster spot so that as we have injuries or the needs really arise where Coach Nurse sees something we need to do, we'll address those, and we feel like this is going to be a special season.
And Paul, you mentioned how you're all in on being here. Obviously, you've talked at length on your pod about sort of how negotiations went with the Clippers, but I was curious as things played out, was there anywhere else you really thought about as a realistic option besides being in Philly once it got to that point with the Clippers, or was this sort of the place you zeroed in on and why?
Good question.
Yeah, I mean, I think Philly was number one for majority of free agency. Obviously, there was other teams in play that I was contemplating on, but Philly was kind of number one because it kind of fit my game. It fit where I was at in my career, and like I said, it fit the trajectory that the team was going. And so it kind of made sense amongst the other options out there. And again, I just went with my gut feeling. Uh, they made it feel like home from day one, and so at that point, it was kind of an easy decision.
Hey, what's up, Paul? Kai Carlin, Sixers Wire, USA Today. Just how important is training camp, I feel like, going to be this upcoming season in order to kind of begin the gelling process with you, Tyrese, Joel, learning what Nick wants to run? How important is those couple of days really going to be for you to begin the season off the right way?
Real important. I think training camps in general are really important to start a season out because you want to kind of get on the same page. You want to gel. Everything you mentioned, you got to click, and you got to be on the same page to start the year out. So it'll be real important. I'm looking forward to it, to get right to it, get thrown right in it, and just be me. That's the best thing that I can do is just bring what I bring, and just do it at a high level.
And then if I could just follow up, you've obviously played with a lot of superstars in the past. I guess like maybe what stands out to you about Joel? Maybe similarities.
Smash the like
maybe
button,
some
yo.
of
Smash the
the
like
stars you've
button.
ever played with
Appreciate
before.
y'all for being in here.
I mean, Joel's just a hard worker. He's you can tell. I've played with them all from Russ, Kawhi. They all have the same intangibles, and that's super competitive, want to win against all odds, and work extremely hard. And so
Right.
I see that same quality in Joel, which makes me excited to be alongside him out there. When you got guys that are willing to go through, I mean, I've seen it. He played through injuries. He wanted to be on the floor, and that is what's most exciting. When guys, are committed to being out there and playing hard and working hard. And so again, when it's compared to other stars that I play with, Joel has those same, qualities that you look for when you want to be teammates with, someone that's trying to win at a high level.
Mhm.
Paul Hudrick, Liberty Ballers.
Yeah,
big
Bruce, I was
follow-up
about
on
to
Philly.
I was about to say that.
With respect to the other places you've been, Philly's a little bit different, a little bit more intense. I know you've gotten a crash course on the city and everything that comes with it, but just what has it been like for you kind of adjusting to that? And are you kind of looking forward to the opportunity to kind of be in that sort of environment?
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm looking forward to it, honestly. At the end of the day, it's brotherly love, right?
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it. I think pressure is good. I think intensity is good. And that's what you get up for. You want the fans to be fired up. You want them to, put that pressure on you to go out and perform and win games. That's our job. And so,
Oh,
I'm looking
okay.
forward to it.
Okay.
Be as critical and as hard as you can. I think it's going to work out for myself and for the team. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'm not scared or shying away from that at any point, at any stage. That's what you look forward to.
All
Hi,
right.
Paul. Dave Uram from KYW News Radio. Welcome to Philadelphia. You've gone on deep playoff runs before. This organization hasn't been past the second round in 23 seasons. So
You didn't have to say
what do you
that.
think are the keys to getting past that second round? And obviously, you want to go deeper than that.
I think for us is just finishing healthy.
You had to point that out.
Yeah. The interview was going so good. I think, for us, staying healthy. But again, having another closer on the floor, another, big shot maker, and just a defensive stopper. And I think just giving credit to the other guys that we have out there. I think we are a pretty deep and complete team outside of myself, Joel, and Tyrese. And so I think that should be, really what puts us over the hump. But again, it's more so just being there for those late game situations. I've been in, tough games, tough series. I know what that looks like, and kind of know how to keep a locker room together in those moments. And so, again, just using my leadership, what I've learned, and being around other guys to kind of help get us through those tough moments.
Hey guys, Lauren Rosen, Sixers.com. Josh, this one's for you. When you think about the culmination of all the work that you put in over these last few years with Daryl, with Tyrese's patience to bring Paul George to this city, what's it like to look back on the journey and realize where you've gotten to, and how excited are you for the future?
Yeah, look, I mean, I just obviously credit the front office, Daryl, Elton, Nick coming on board, Joel, Tyrese, and all of us being aligned, around, kind of where we are now with Joel, Tyrese, and just being all in, for the city in terms of doing what we're supposed to do, which is to, set the team up, for a championship run, championship caliber team. And that's kind of where we are. And obviously the journey's not done, right? We got to deliver. So I'm just
Man, Josh Harris is a Celtics
I
fan.
think we are set up. I mean, obviously there's a long journey. There's 82.
He's a Celtics fan.
Playoffs, and everyone needs to stay healthy, but we're set up. And look, all of us are. It's hard not to be excited, right, about this team. I've been here for the last 10 years, 12 years. And, this is, amongst, if not the best team that we've had since I've been here. So, listen, I know it's a long journey. The NBA is tough. I think we have the right people, the right leadership, and, we're all in. And as Daryl said, we're not done. Daryl and the front office have accumulated, extra pit for, a bunch of firsts. And, we're not done as an ownership group in terms of our support. And so we're excited. Let's bring it on. Right. Let's go.
We've also
Let's go.
Reports, and you shared with us about bringing Dr. J with you to California to talk to Paul. What was it like for you guys to plan?
Yeah, that was
meeting and then
huge.
execute
That
in
was
such a cool
huge.
way?
Well, look, when you're seeking Paul George on your team in free agency, basically you show up when you're told. We ran into a thunderstorm, so the good doctor cracked open a vodka. We hung out. It was a long journey. Paul and his family were very generous with their time. We were supposed to show up at 8. It was 11. So it was a late meeting, and but it was free agency, right? And you gotta be there, and you're recruiting, right? You're
Right.
selling your city, your situation to someone that has a lot of options, and it was an amazing. I think there was an amazing video. The Sixers team and the Sixers front office continue to really surprise me as to how creative they are. Many Philly celebrities, many fans showed up in Paul's living room. So it was a great day. I can't say I was exhausted, but you do what you got to do. It was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Paul Austin Krell, 97.3 ESPN. You've been a part of star level duos throughout your career, but this is the first time where the three guys are positionally 1, 3, 5, and they're all prior year all stars. I guess schematically, how does your job change at all compared to what it's been in the past?
Good question.
I don't think much. Honestly, I know what I'm out there to do, and that's ultimately put the ball in the basket and try to guard the best player on the other team. And so, again, with that is, at times I know that during the course of a year it's going to be a long season, but the three of us, I think, can carry a ton of that workload. I look forward to playing with such a presence in Joel. And I don't think I've played with someone at that level, at that size, that
Facts.
dominates. So really looking forward to what that looks like on the floor. But to answer your question, I don't think it changes much. I know what I'm here to do, and just go out there and do my job.
And you said on your pod that you wanted to stay in LA if all things were equal. I guess what have your impressions been of Philadelphia thus far that you've been around?
It's been nice. It's been a warm welcoming since I've been here. From free dinners to, good cheesesteaks. So it's been warm welcoming. I think everywhere we've been so far has been a lot of love. You could tell the city is ready and thirsty to win. And so, already I'm ready to get to work and put the hard hat on and go out and try to compete for a championship. But it's been nothing but love since the second we've been here.
Hey, Paul, over here. Kyle Newbeck, PHLY. You
Shout out to Kyle
mentioned
Newbeck.
the secret all-star friendship with Joel to open the presser. I'm sure you know this. He's not exactly Mr. Social, keeps like kind of a close circle. So how did that relationship come about, and how involved was he throughout this summer other than what we saw on NBA Countdown?
It all started with the side eye. It was the side eye.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of just got that read from him. I'm not much of a social guy in the all-star setting. I kind of keep to myself. And so randomly, he came to me and we just started talking, and this was all-stars, a couple all-stars back. And then it got to a point where it was like, man, I look forward to talking to Joel this all-star weekend. And, the next all-star comes on and here we are again, chopping it up. How's the kids? How's this? Congratulations on shoe deal. Like, we just over time just built, a friendship. And, I think what kind of hit it home is, we had a conversation before these convos even started. We had a conversation, and it's basically like, man, he opened up to me. I don't have a lot of people I talk to. I this, I that. I keep to myself. But he was like, man, regardless of what goes on, I look at you as someone that, I want to be friends with for, long part of my life. And that was deep to me. That was deep to me because, we knew each other, but we didn't know each other on that level yet. And for him to just open up to me, it kind of just, it felt right. Like, this is someone obviously that I get along with. We've spent a ton of time doing All-Star games. And so just at that point on, we kind of just built a stronger relationship to where it came to this summer. We talked and, we kind of just had our ways of how this could work, what it looked like us being out there together. And again, it just made sense. At the end of the day, it just made sense. We both were kind of at the same level of what we wanted out of it. And we felt we could have helped each other.
Yeah.
And, I think our relationship's pretty strong.
And I guess, basketball wise, you've played every role from like undisputed number one guy when you started out in Indiana to LA. It was dependent on the night, right? Kawhi's healthy, Kawhi's not, whatever it is, you're changing your role a lot. I guess, what would you say to Joel and Tyrese is kind of the most important thing about
Great
being a member
question.
of like a big three like that, and how to navigate that together?
It's easy, man. Just go win. Let's go win. Like, there's no ego with me. I
Right.
think people took that out of context when we speak about my time in LA and, the second option conversation. I think people kind of took that out of context. I just want to go win. It's not about shots for me. It's not about, having the ball in my hands the whole game. It's about winning. I want to make winning plays. I know when over a course of game, when I need to be aggressive, when I need to, raise the level. But for me, it's about winning. That's all I care about, is trying to win, putting everything towards that. And that's really the conversation us three need to have. Myself, Joel, and Tyrese. Whatever it takes, let's go do it. Let's get the job done. And then we just relay that to the team.
Simple as that.
What's going on, Paul George? It's Zach Chavalella, Metro Philadelphia, Philly Sports Network. Welcome to Philly. And you mentioned earlier that you picked number 8 based on the influence of Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if you could speak on his influence to you a bit and what you would like your legacy in Philadelphia to be by the time your time's here done.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kobe is Kobe. He's one of the reasons I picked up the basketball, being a Southern California kid. The biggest influence on me. And so, obviously 13 is retired, 24 is retired.
Right.
And the number 8 has an importance to me, something that every day when I put that jersey on, I needed something to remind me to go out there and be the best player that I can be. And the number 8 just, fit perfectly. Him being someone that kind of grew up here as well in Philadelphia, it just kind of has so many meanings to me. And it just felt right to wear that number. And so that's just where the idea came from. And then from a legacy standpoint, obviously if we win and get past the second round,
You didn't have to say that.
then we're on to something good. And hopefully it's a window that we can keep winning and winning at a high level and being successful. And so no better place to do it, to win in, than Philadelphia, to me, with the fan base, just the passion that goes into sports here in Philadelphia. There's really no other place, I wanted to align with and try to win in.
Set me up perfectly. Hey, Paul. Kate Scott. I'm looking forward to calling your games here for NBC Sports Philadelphia. Really excited you're here. But yeah,
Yeah,
going
this is the
back to
Sixers
the-
announcer, Kate Scott.
At least read about what it meant to have Dr. J there for your family. Saw you with the AI T-shirt. I'm a California kid like you, but even in Cali, you hear about the Sixers and you know what it means. So what does it mean for you to now be putting on the red, white, and blue here in Philly for the Sixers?
It means a lot.
I would say
It means a
Embiid
lot.
and
Again,
George
talk
right
about
now, but I mean
passion, you
Kyle
talk
Lowry
about
could definitely be a
intensity,
leader as well.
and you
Because I
talk
mean
about
he's
that
he's a vet. So
just hard
I
workers.
think Kyle, I mean
that
PG
will
and
that
Embiid would
desire to
definitely be the
win.
leaders of this team.
That's what got me to where I am today. Being a kid from California, grew up in a small city. I kind of wore that on my sleeves. So it fits perfectly being here in Philadelphia. So yeah, again, it comes to just perfect timing. This all came together, and it's right where I want to be at this time.
And the question everybody really wants to know: we have all the the rich guys in the room now. Who really didn't want to take off their shoes at your house? Who was like really against
Nah,
it?
it was pretty easy. It was pretty easy. Everybody was and it wasn't no house rule. I don't know even where it started. I guess one shoe came off and everyone followed, but it was funny. Thank you guys.
We're all
good
married.
home training.
We do as we're told.
We didn't know how important our socks were going to be that night. So.
Yeah, Bruce.
Dan Galson, Associated Press. Paul, I mean, now that it's over, I mean, is there a tinge of regret or even bitterness with how it ended in LA? I mean, you obviously would have liked to have stayed there at some point. Steve yesterday said they made you a fair offer designed to continue to win championships there. It just wasn't what you wanted. Now that it's over, how do you kind of look back at the ending of your time there?
Amazing time there. No regret. Super thankful to Steve, to Lawrence. They went out and gave me an opportunity to play home, which, at that point in time was a ton of value for myself to be able to play in front of my family, my friends, and have a legitimate shot to chase a championship every season. Obviously, injuries kind of deterred us a little bit. But just to speak
Right.
on that situation as a whole, um, there's no ill will. Again, forever grateful for the opportunity that they gave me to come back. It didn't work out. That's business. But I had to make the right decision for my family. And so again, I think both sides, we had a great mutual talk as it all played out. And I felt it was great closure on the situation. I'm happy for them. They're happy for me. And I'm a Sixer now, so that's behind me.
David Murphy with the Philadelphia Inquirer. You mentioned health, obviously. I mean, it's such a big thing, but how do you actually control that? I mean, do you have any ideas on what you three can do to kind of get through this season and put yourself in a position to really go in full steam ahead?
Well, I think just taking the pressure off again, Joel. I think it's fair to say, Nick, we don't want to see him isolating at the top of the key. I think I can kind of help him, get through a season.
That's some
healthy.
Doc Rivers shit.
And again, it's just not putting so much pressure on him. Regardless of how good you feel, I think pressure causes a lot of injuries as well. When you think you have to get through and play and have the touch every possession, and that kind of just wears you down, especially for how physical he is. And so that's just the key. Is just everybody do their part, we play our part, make sure work on our bodies, conditioned, and we just don't put that pressure on one individual to go out and win games for us.
And then, Daryl, I guess it's probably a question for
Right.
you as well. I mean, is there anything you guys can do organizationally to manage the regular season in a different way from previous years?
Yeah, so Simon, in cooperation with Coach Nurse and Elton and myself, absolutely want to put together a plan to give them the best chance to be playing at their best basketball going into April. And that's something that'll be a conversation with Simon, Paul, Joel, Nick, and even Tyrese. Obviously he's had a good run and young legs, but well, we're gonna have, if we put Kyle in charge of that, he'd just say everyone plays 48 minutes, and so. But yeah, no, Kyle, we do have some. Eric, we've got some guys that are really great veterans, as Nick just mentioned, and so the nice thing is we have the depth to get through the regular season and focus on the playoffs.
That's it. Yeah, this didn't really take that long. I expected it. I expected it. There you have it, Paul George, PG8. Um, has a nice ring to it. George. All right. Uh, Nick Nurse is going to use PG similar to Kawhi, and Kyle is going to be the same influence on him as he was on Kawhi Leonard. I agree with that. I mean, yeah, obviously he's not going to play as great as Kawhi played in that 2019 run. I think that was prime Kawhi Leonard, and PG's not in his prime anymore, so he's not going to get to that level. I mean, I know you're not saying that. I just wanted to clarify that because certain people PG's not in certain people gonna be, yeah, sorry about that, y'all, but yeah, certain people might take that out of context, but yeah, I get what you're saying there. Why choose 8 and say Kobe? I don't know, man, because Kobe's other number was 8, because 24 is retired, 13 is retired as well. 24 is retired for, I think, Bobby Jones, and 13 is retired for Chamberlain. Smash that like button as y'all come in. But yeah, what y'all think? What y'all think about what PG said? Me personally, I don't really have any. I mean, he kind of like contradicted himself a little bit when he said the Sixers were or was his first choice. I mean, but on his podcast, he said he never wanted to leave the Clippers, which, I mean, I get why he said that because I mean, you're a Sixer now, so you shouldn't really be trying to referencing the LA Clippers. So I kind of get it. I get it right there. But it seems like he has, somebody might say that he has a problem or issue with James Harden, but then again, um, when he was talking about the superstars that he played with, I mean Kawhi Leonard when they teamed up the first time, Kawhi was in his prime. When he joined Russ in 2017, Russ was in his prime. But Harden is what, 35 or 34 years old. So Harden is not in his prime anymore. So that's why I believe he didn't say James Harden. So that's for the comment that, Bruce, you put in the comments right there. You said you said no mention of Harden, which I think he didn't play with the prime Harden. That's why he didn't include him. But yeah, I don't think they have any issues. But yeah, I think PG answered the questions the right way, in my opinion, for the most part. It was a few questions that I wanted. I wish they could have asked. But I mean, PG just gave you this. I mean, I don't really have an ego, and I'm here trying to win. I'm trying to do whatever it takes to win. If I have to take a lot of shots in order for our team to have a chance to win, then I'm gonna do it. But if I don't have to take a lot of shots and I have to play defense and try to like take on the defensive assignment, which I know Thomas is laughing at that, but PG is definitely willing to do it. Now PG's not in his prime, but he's still formidable. He can still be as effective as he once was. So playing with Joel, playing with Maxi, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I just want to see how Nurse utilizes him within the offense. I definitely want to see that. Um, yeah, I mean, I could drop the link and y'all can give me y'all thoughts. Um, right there. I mean, I wish it was a little bit longer, but I don't think it was even a half hour because they started late. So, you know, but yeah, it was great. Keith was not there. I don't know why, but he'll probably address why he wasn't there because he definitely would have asked questions himself. So, but yeah, Paul George, yeah, glad you're here. Um, glad for this new opportunity, this new journey, and we're definitely looking forward to it. Um, and I mean, by certain things that he's saying, I think he's been in touch with Nick Nurse, so they're probably they've had some discussions about team needs and what have you. BJ says, "What you think of Reggie?" I mean, Reggie, like yeah, Reggie was definitely recruited by PG. Now, I mean, we have a lot of guards on this team, so I really don't know how that's gonna. I don't know how that's gonna end like because this team has a lot of guards. So, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, me personally, he's signing for the vet minimum, which doesn't really hurt you that much. So I'm not worried about it. And I think he could definitely be added as a trade piece to go get a significant forward. So, I get why they signed him because it's kind of like a low risk, high reward type thing. And I mean, he has experience. So I mean, sometimes he can get jump shot happy and take a whole bunch of shots, which is definitely not too good for a team. So those are my concerns over there. But me personally, I like I said, it's just it's a lot of guards, and I really want some forwards. So, but I mean, it's at the same time, it's a low risk, high reward type thing. Can they sign Precious Achua? Shout out to Mike. Appreciate you for being in here. Um, Precious Achua, they could, but I don't know why you would want to sign Precious Achua because you have a similar player that does the same thing. And I mean, the rookie that they just drafted, Adem Bona. I don't want to mess up his name, but yeah, he kind of like does the same thing that Precious does. Only difference is Precious is he's much bigger than him, and he's much experienced than Adem Bona. So, but I mean, the same at the same time, it's like, bro, you really want four centers on this team because that's what they did last year when they signed. They had like five centers on the team. So I think the three centers is just okay. Yeah, shout out to TuneIn Sports. Appreciate you for being in here. He says Reggie is PG's guy, so it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we all said the same thing. BJ said the same thing too. Yeah, but I don't. This will be very, very tough for Nick Nurse to figure out because he has a lot of players, and as they talked about in the press conference, the depth on this team is just too much. And yeah, it would take, the quicker Nick Nurse can figure this out, the better it would be because you definitely want to figure out what your rotations is going to be, regular season heading into the playoffs. So, uh, and Nick Nurse, I believe Nick Nurse is one of the top head coaches, so I don't think this is going to be any issues for him. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yeah, but shout out to Tuna Sports, bro. Appreciate you for being in here. Um, I might get ready to shut this down because yeah, it was just so BJ said I see y'all getting Achua. Yeah, he's still a free agent. I mean, but I don't know, man. I need to take a look at the salary cap and see if they're approaching the second apron or not. I mean, I think at this point they're definitely over the first apron. But if they get Precious Achua, I mean, hmm. Yeah, I'm just doing this because I don't want any Knicks players, any former Knicks players. So that's why. But yeah, if they can get him and if he could definitely contribute to this team, yeah, I'll definitely take it. Yeah, I really hate the Knicks, so I hate the Knickerbockers. So yeah, shout out to my dad though. He's a Knicks fan. But yeah, this was cool. Nick Nurse was able to join them afterwards. Uh, it's gonna be a great season for the Sixers. Hopefully, just because you have a good team on paper, it doesn't mean it's gonna always materialize or manifest. So, hopefully they can get everything figured out as early as possible, and hopefully there's no what you call it. Hopefully there's no egos in the locker room because I'm seeing that some people are suggesting that Kelly Oubre come off the bench and Eric Gordon start, and it's just you know these are the kind of things that causes players to not give their best. Tuna Sports says Embiid is stacking the deck, bro. You're sad, bro. You is a sad individual. How's he stacking the deck? So Reggie Jackson. So Reggie Jackson is now a Hall of Fame caliber player. That if you get on your team, that means you're stacking the deck. Come on, bro. Embiid is not Braun. Embiid is not Braun. But yeah. That was just by the way. But one last thing. One last thing before I get up off here. Yeah, Tune in Sports. I dropped the link. The link is in the chat right there. If y'all want to come in, yeah. But one last thing. So I'ma definitely react to Maxi, his press conference. He did say some interesting things in there, so I definitely want to touch on that. But I'll probably do that later on. And Embiid, I mean, we all know Embiid is playing in the Olympics. Bruce did say that Team USA needs Embiid, the caliber of Embiid on the Sixers. But I mean, the Team USA has a lot of options, so they don't necessarily need a dominant Embiid. I think Embiid can do, I mean, 15 and 9, 15 and 10. They'll probably be fine because they have a lot. They have the contributors on the team, and they have a closer in LeBron who can close games. So, yeah, Tune in Sports, I'm giving your guy a lot of love right here. LeBron can close games, so we'll give him that. But yeah, I think I'm gonna shut this down. I might be back later on. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I'll probably be back later on. But yeah, I appreciate each and every person that tuned in. Shout out to Thomas. Shout out to Thomas, BJ, Tuna Sports, Bruce, Mike, who came in at the end. And I'm missing somebody else. I think somebody else was in. I kind of forgot, but yeah, shout out to y'all for pulling up, bro. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. If you haven't subbed to the channel, please make sure you do. It's DFJ Hoops. Smash the like button as well. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.